Here with you to bring you along for the ride, and we thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. Now, Jake, this is game 2 of a doubleheader for Nebraska, trying to in 2. Nebraska in the middle of a really difficult stretch. The payoff pitch slapped over to the left side. Gray has it at third. Throw in time over to first. 1 up, 1 down. A much increased role after the injury to Jordy Ball, as well as the 3-0 is in the dirt, and it's a 4-pitch walk as Hanold reaches. Kinney's 1-2. And that one floats up there, lined into center field, and it gets down in front of Andrews for a base hit. So the Tigers with 2 on with only 1 out. Kinney's 3-1. On the ground, middle infield. Andrews has it, steps on second, 1 throw to first, and it pops out of the glove. Here comes the run home, and Mizzou's on the board first. Heads up base running by Hanold after the ball was dropped by Bacon at first, and the Tigers are up 1-0.
Yeah, that's a big drop at first from Bella Bacon as we take another look. Good play by Andrews to try to take it herself. Bacon had to take that stretch, and it just kind of popped off the top of the glove. And Alex Arnold able to go in there standing.
Young Gallagher, one of the few seniors to transfer from South Carolina. And she slaps one into left, taking a couple steps back, and now in. Bland makes the catch, and the inning is over.
That's the top bat for this Big Red team.
Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and Harrison gets it going early with a strikeout. And Harrison fires. That one's into right center field, and it will drop for a base hit. One hops the wall. Andrews around first, slides head first into second, and the Huskers have a 1-out double.
Nice job there by Brooke Andrews to pick up her younger
first inning. And Brooke Andrews on second base. Pitch home from Harrison. That's a dribbler over to second. Gallagher's got it. She'll throw over to first in time for out number 2. That advances Andrews an extra 60. Teams from a season ago. If you could try and pick one off here, that would be massive. And that one into shallow right, down for a base hit. Cope ties it up as Brooke comes in to score, and it's 1 apiece.
Big swing of the bat there from Emerson making plays.
Harrison's 0-2. Slap down the right field line, and making the catch right on top of it is Linger. And that ends the inning with the Huskers strike right back and tie things up at 1 thanks to an Emerson Cope. Right on right matchup here, and a little dribbler over to third base. Gray's got it on a scoop, and it pops out of the glove of Bacon. So the leadoff batter is on, and Katie Chester.
You almost have some found money on the base path with that error from Gray. Might as well try to be aggressive and get an advancement.
Another bunt laid down, this one in play. Kinney's got to grab it and hurries and gets the out at first. Position here with only 1 out. First pitch from Kinney. That one's a soft liner into center field, down for a base hit. And they're on the corners now for the Tigers after the single from Phillips.
To pick a ball up.
Kaylee Linger, and she gets hit with the first pitch in the ankle. So that loads them up. And the 0-1. Into left field, well hit. And Bland tracking, she can't get there. 2 runs will score at least for Mizzou. Here comes the cutoff throw, and the Tigers extend the lead. It's 3-1.
Pretty much exactly what Missouri was looking for with that at-bat from Jenna Laird. Put one deep into the outfield. I thought Bland made a pretty good jump on it, but just right over the top of her glove out there in left. But she was able to pick it up pretty quickly to limit some of that damage on the base path.
So Cahalan and Phillips come in to score to make
for her team.
Arnold sends one into right center. That gets down for a base hit. Here comes Linger. Laird right behind her, and 2 more runs in for the Tigers. Another RBI double, this one for Alex Arnold.
Generate outs. It's almost the exact opposite of what Kinney was able to do there. Just the Tigers doing a great job of putting a ball in that right center gap multiple times already today, and it's 5-1 Tigers. Beginning of this one after really struggling in game 1 of the day, giving up 17 runs.
0-1 pitch, that one skips in, and somehow Warner's able to block that and prevent it from going to the backstop. So ball and a strike with one out and a runner on third.
Runs.
1-1 pitch, a little soft blooper, left field, lands in front of Bland. Here comes Honnold on her way home. She scores, and up to second. And now all the way into third is Crenshaw. Heads up base running by the Tigers, and it's 6-1.
Yeah, pretty aggressive play out from left field for Bland. She had to chase it down in front of her, tried to gun down the runner going from third, but that throw very off the mark as Crenshaw was able to easily advance over to third with
a grounder off the glove of Kinney. It ricochets over to second, and the Huskers are able to get the out. But Crenshaw comes in to score, and that makes it a 7-1 game.
Nice job there on the replay here from Kinney, knocking that ball down. Eventually, Kaneda is able to pick it up to make the throw over to Bacon at first.
Base is empty, 2 outs here in the top of the second. And the pitch, a check swing, and it travels outside for a walk.
In this game, and even in this inning.
Shows bunt yet again. This time gets it down, charging in from third. Gray throw over to first, not in time. Good hustle by the freshman, Cahalan. Claire Cahalan on first after the bunt. And the pitch home swung on a miss, strike 3. So Kinney finally able to get out of it. But the Missouri Tigers plate 6 in the top of the second. And Kaneda, soft fly ball, and that one's caught on the outfield grass by Gallagher for out number 1. Harrison fires and misses. So Gray draws a 1-out walk, and the Huskers are on the base paths.
And that's just the 8th of the season.
Two swung on and missed. Off speed from Harrison. That's nasty stuff. Everybody resets after the foul ball, and now Harrison's delivery. Swing and a miss. Harrison with 2 strikeouts in the frame, and that puts the Husker threat to bed.
Kansas City. She went for 4 RBIs. She lifts this one deep into right field, and it is out of here. First home run of the season for Shantice Phillips. And it's 8-1 Tigers here in Lincoln.
We talked about anything really put in the air has a chance to go out in left field. But Phillips said, no, we're going to go the other way. She goes opposite field out into right, really against the grain with the wind, but it didn't matter. A big-time swing from Phillips. And as you said, her first long ball of the year.
An electric start to the 3rd inning, in which the Tigers won that one 13-3. She puts this one high into the air into left center, and Bland is able to get under it for the first out of the inning. First pitch to Alex Honnold in the dirt. Warner has to chase it down, and there's an easy advancement for Kaylee Langer over to second.
They're at 15-2 already.
That pitch is grounded over to second. Kaneda is able to pick it up easily. Makes the second out of the inning, so Honnold gets retired there. But Langer moves over to third. He's on offense. Here's the 2-2. This one is put up way into the sky, left center, and it is caught at the wall. A highlight at the fence for Brooke Andrews, deep in center field to finish the top of the 3rd. Came across in the 3rd inning on a home run from Shantice Phillips. Andrews puts one up way into the sky, into short left, and it is caught by Laird. She was brought in by Emerson Cope in the 1st after getting a double, as she puts this one on the ground right over to second. Throw to first in time. Nice play there by Gallagher to go. The 2-2 to Bland. Grounds this one over to third. Routine play over to first. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Big Red in the 3rd. We head to the 4th with the Missouri from Shantice Phillips deep into right field. as that's a hard hit ball into left by Daly. It will only go for a single, but what a way to start off the fourth for Missouri. Or a pinch runner over at first, so here's Gallagher in the box. The lefty puts this one over to Bacon. She can step on the bag, but not before the runner advances over to second. Led the freshman Tigers last year with her 23 hits. She grounds this one right down the left field line. Is it a fair ball? No, they say it's foul.
Really?
4 pitches here in the top of the fourth. Chester puts this one up and playable for Bella Bacon, who makes the catch on that first base line in the third. Here's the 1-1. Inside, Warner has to pick it up, and Blackston is safe over at third.
That's aggressive base running.
But she has started her career very strong, as here's Kinney. The 2-2 is put right over to Andrews. She's able to knock it down for a moment and not in time to make the play over at first. So one more run comes across for the Tigers.
Another hard hit ball from the Tigers as well. A tough play from Andrews. Tried to get it on the backhand. She kept it in the infield, but at that point when she was finally able to corral the ball, it was too late, and the run had scored it.
Here it comes. The 3-2 from Kinney is put into the outfield for a base hit. So Phillips, 3 for 3 today, and fights through a difficult at-bat against Kaylin Kinney.
Bats.
She grounds this one over to Andrews, almost eats her up for a moment, makes the throw to first, not in time. Good speed along the base path for Kaylee Langer, who reaches base for the first time today. This one is grounded over to second. Kaneda is able to finally retire the Tigers in the top of the fourth. So the Huskers avoid that. Cope singled in her first at-bat today. Takes a cut at the first pitch of this at-bat and puts it right into center to Alex Honnold. So a 1-pitch, 1-out right there for Emerson Cope. Harrison deals the 1-1. This one is chopped over to short. Bacon on the run, doesn't make it in time. So 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Stories this season for Nebraska. She puts this one right up top to the shortstop Laird, and just like that, for the second inning in a row, it's 1-2-3.
Off for Mizzou here in the top of the fifth. Tigers have scored in every inning thus far against Kaylin Kinney, and the first pitch is a rocket over to second base, but played nicely by Kaneda, and she tosses it over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. And the delivery. And a weird hop over at first. Bacon somehow able to corral it, and she takes it herself for a wild out number 2.
Yeah, that right side of the infield is working hard to Kaylin Kinney, but plenty of them will be.
Kinney's 2-2. Off speed, got her. Beautiful pitch from Kaylin Kinney, and the first 1-2-3 inning. This is just her 10th at-bat of the season, and no easy task against Harrison. She comes out swinging on the first pitch. It's off the glove and into center field.
It was a strikeout for Kinney in the second. We'll see if Kinney can find some contact here.
Payoff pitch, upstairs, ball 4. So Kinney is aboard with the walk. Schmetter goes to second. And the 0-2. Lifted in the air, deep center field, back, Honnold, and it's overhead onto the warning track. Here comes the run home, and the Huskers get on the board here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 9-2.
That's a huge hit from Caitlin Neal, and the Huskers almost made a mistake on the base path with the base runners. A little bit of a miscommunication between Neal and Kinney, whether Kinney was supposed to advance to third or not, but somehow the Huskers were able to keep.
First pitch. That one's lifted left center field and down for a base hit. 2 runs will score, and the Huskers are in business. An RBI double from Billy Andrews. Back-to-back
big swings for this Huskers team. Haven't seen this much momentum offensively all weekend for Nebraska, and all of a sudden they are creeping back into this game.
First pitch to Brooke, grounds it over to shortstop, Laird on the backhand, long throw, not in time. So an infield single for Brooke Andrews in the 1-0. In the air, on the infield at second base, Gallagher's got it. And a much needed first out for the Tigers. First pitch, soft liner, center field, base hit. Billy Andrews is in to score, and it's 9-5.
Huge RBI single there from Emerson Cope. You take another look at it, right up the middle. She makes it 9-5. Like hitting those RBIs is her occupation. What a start to this weekend for Emerson Cope.
Missouri Tigers, as the Huskers have made things interesting here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch home, and that one gets Bella Bacon on the arm. So welcome to the game, Taylor Panel. One pitch. Now they're talking about maybe tying this thing up. 2-2 pitch, lifted left field, and that one's going to be caught. Runner tags at third. It's Andrews. She slides in safely, and another one is across. It's 9-6.
9-6 game out of nowhere for Nebraska. A lot of momentum as we take another look. This one, a routine fly ball over to left field to Phillips, but nothing that Missouri could do from stopping that run score here. But to get that run started was huge.
Payoff home, misses outside. Smetter reaches for the second time in the inning, and the bases are loaded yet again.
Here's the real challenge for Panel. She got ahead 0-2, but now can she work it back to her advantage?
Swing and a miss, strike three. Big time pitch from Taylor Panel.
To injury. As that ball is lifted deep into left center, and it's off the wall. Andrews able to glove it. Throw to second is not in time, but a huge hit from Maddie Gallagher as she's over safely at second. Sixth inning with Gallagher over at second. The bunt is down, perfectly placed. Throw over to first is in time with Kaneda covering. But a nice sacrifice bunt to move Gallagher over to third and impact tonight. That one is chopped over to short. Andrews can't handle the ball right away. Throw is in time. A laser from Billy Andrews gets the out. But it makes it 10-6 Missouri with the runner Gallagher safely getting home.
What a throw by Billy Andrews. I know the run scores on that. It looked like she was initially looking home close.
Here's Cope with the 1-1, grounded over to second. Kaneda routine play, and the Huskers only allow one in the top of the sixth. The chance in the bottom to maybe keep some of that offensive momentum going. They score the evening. McCann deals the 1-1. Neal puts this one into shallow left. Chasing after it is Shantice Phillips for the first out in the bottom of the sixth. That one came against Utah. Andrews, hard hit ball over to third, throw to first in time, and the frustrating day for the senior continues as she is gunned down bottom of the sixth. Inside, Brooke puts this one on the ground to short. Routine play to first is in time. So the Huskers go 1-2-3. We'll see if she can keep it up in the top of the seventh when they need her the most.
And a bunt laid down right back at Cope. She throws over to first in time. Game is just over 2 hours old. First pitch was at 4:35. The 1-0 shot the other way into left, but barely having to move is Bland, and there's two quick outs. Cope's 1-0. Shot the other way, right back at Bland. She can't get that one. She watches it bounce in front of her. And a two-out single for Honnold, her second hit of the night. Themselves in it despite the mistakes. Another 3-2, lifted deep into left field. Bland going back, still racing, and she makes the catch on the warning track. So the Huskers give up a two-out base hit, but get right around it. And we head to the bottom half. 1-2. Bland swings away deep at second base, but a nice play made by Gallagher, and there's one gone.
Freshman matchup in a big moment.
Payoff pitch, low ball 4. So the Huskers have a runner on. They need 4 to extend the game. Back-to-back high heat pitches up in the zone. Let's see if she goes back for a third time. No, but that one's knocked down at third, but it squeaks through, and the Huskers have 2 runners on here in the 7th.
Base runners here. You got to wonder, will she have the green light the rest of the way?
0-2, strike 3. Gets Kaneda to swing right through it, and the Tigers are not away. Up, now she's just watching. 1-1, grounder sharply hit at third, gloved by Daly, and that will do it. The Missouri Tigers avoid a massive scare here in Lincoln, and they survive as they beat Nebraska 10-6. Well, Jake, this was a crazy game from start to finish. We talked about Nebraska potentially avoiding the run rule. They come back with 5 in the bottom of that 5th inning and gave the 14th-ranked Tigers a scare, but Mizzou was able to hold on.
Yeah, it was not quite the defensive day the Huskers were looking for tonight. And, you know, they give up 17 runs in game 1 to Wichita State.